Super League on a Thursday from the First Utility Super League Super 8s. And it has been super, it really has. Castleford 18, St Helens 18. And that after the Saints had established an 18-point lead in the opening 10 minutes of this match. Well, it's all to play for in the next 40 minutes. Castleford season still well and truly on the line. St Helens looking to close out the victory, which will make their semi-final appearance a mere formality. I wonder how it's all going to shape up over the next 40. Luke Dawn gets the ball away to Andy Lynch. They have been immense, Castleford, up front in the second half of that first half.
Yeah, it was a tremendous effort, and it shows you that the team spirit that they have running through this side. At 18-0, everyone thought it was all over, and I have to say that when this fella came out, McShane, he changed all the complexion, everything, got the forwards running over the advantage. They started to take control. He's a smart player.
He is. He arrived here from Wakefield, the local neighbours, in a swap deal with Scott Moore in July. He'd been ever present for the Wildcats this year prior to his move, and he has made an impression here tonight. There's no doubt about that. It's a high kick from Roberts, and Quinlan just manages to hang on to it.
Yeah, it sort of slipped, didn't he? Takes the ball and then nearly does the splits. Did well.
Makinson is pushed back by three Tigers defenders. It's starting the second half as they began the first with this solid defence.
Yeah, and it's so important, and Daniel Powell, the coach, would have spelled out quite clearly that we really have to make sure that they do not get into their half. In other words, make sure the kick and chase game is spot on and put them under even more pressure. But you can see that they've got to the halfway line, and this will be on the last. Will they go for the bomb? No, they've gone for the power play on that short side.
Yes, with Greenwood. And down he goes, and that will be the turnover, and they're all backslapping and clapping the Castleford defenders because they know that's a little bit of a win for them at the start of this second half. Let's go down to Bill, half-time news.
Yeah, I think frustration is the word for St Helens. There's frustration just at the moment. Luke Walsh frustrated right in front of me at the way that set ended, with Saints going nowhere really, and frustration at the way that they had the game by the scruff of the neck after 20 minutes. They had Castleford right on the back foot and they let them off the hook. There's an element of concern that they might have switched off, or they certainly looked as though they'd switched off, and the real target Kieran Cunningham has set his side is to get back to the level they were playing at, the pitch they were playing at when they really took Castleford apart during that period, and get back to what they were doing in the first half, and then they can consolidate where they are now. Castleford Tigers absolutely delighted to be back where they are, having been 18-0 down, and Darryl Powell looking to his side to build on that, really cut out some errors, improve defensive areas as well, because that was a big concern for them in the first half.
Well, that was a wonderful kick there by Luke Gale. He certainly has had an influence on this side. Real talent.
Steve Owen, they're backing themselves down, they're kicking on the third play. It shows that they want to defend, they want to get up this end of the park and put some pressure on Saints.
And he was only inches away, Luke Gale, from 40-20. The referee called it immediately, said he was outside. Luke Gale, who actually played with assistant coach Danny Orr. He's sitting up alongside Darryl Powell in the stands over on the other side of the field. Danny Orr, he played with him at the London Broncos.
Oh, they've given away a silly penalty.
There is Danny.
And I tell you what, Darryl Powell will be furious at this. You see quite clearly there that McMeekin has just got the right arm underneath. What they did not need. But the thing that did surprise me after the restart, that St Helens went for the power play rather than utilise the kick.
My coach, you're on the tackling the ball, pal.
That's me puzzled.
Wait there, guys, go.
Well, here they come now from 30 metres out. The start of this set of six. Greg Richards goes down under the challenge there, and he will play the ball. And oh, there is Richards. It wasn't him at all. Richards takes the ball, the second receiver.
Wait there, mate. Hold it.
That was Luke Thompson who played the ball. Roby goes back that way. There he is. Thompson goes down. Just short of the line, about 6-7 metres away. That's all. Roby looks for Wilkin and finds him. Here is Richards again.
Neat little offload there from Wilkin. It was short, but very, very good defence.
Now it's with Walsh. He'll slide the kick in, not the best. And away goes McMeekan. Has he got the legs on this St Helens defenders?
I don't think
six
so.
around him, no. But he gets the ball away brilliantly to Roberts. Whoa! What a Castleford try! Second try for Benny Roberts. McMeekan with the break. He was trapped. 6 were chasing him down. He slipped the pass somehow, and Roberts over for the try, and from 18-0 down, Castleford have hit them with 22 unanswered points. The comeback is complete.
Sensational play. Saints, they had them all on the rack. It was a poor kick by Luke Walsh. McMeekan knew he hadn't got the legs. But how on earth did he get this ball away? Look at there was 4 Saints players, and look at McCarthy Scarsbrook. You don't do that. He was trotting back with his back to the opposition. Poor kick from Walsh. McMeekan knew that he didn't have the legs. He's looking away here, but watch what happens, right? McCarthy Scarsbrook. Hello, I'm here. His name is Ben Roberts. And Castleford take the lead for the first time tonight.
Luke Gale to add the extras. He hasn't missed one yet. He still hasn't. What a turnaround.
Well, it's early in the weekend, but I'll tell you what, that's got a great chance of making the top 5 tries this week. You mentioned before that Ben Roberts used to play for Parramatta, a former Parramatta colleague of his. Jared Hayne, I'm sure we may be following his career, maybe even watching this match over in the States. He'll be pretty impressed with this length of the field effort that's put the Tigers ahead. He just skirts past the defenders there, to the delight of the majority of the Castleford fans who stand at that end of the ground, and their team now, and their season's hopes are back alive.
Eddie, and let's give a big pat on the back to Junior Moore as well. He put an awful lot of pressure on Luke Walsh, who hooded that kick, went into McMeekan's arms, so good pressure from the big fella.
Well, it's nothing short of amazing.
And Roberts, by the way, sorry to interrupt you, Steve-O, he's just scored his first 2 tries in a match for Castleford tonight against the team that he beat with his first drop goal in 7 years, only back in June. He has been a thorn in St Helens' side in 2015, no matter what happens over the course of the next 33 minutes or so.
It's amazing, isn't it? You make history for your own. You make your own look at times, and you could see the concern on the face of Kieran Cunningham, the coach. He knows it wasn't a good kick. I mentioned before, you know, they're just at 6s and 7s, Saints, in regards to the fact they went for the power play. Really puzzled me. This is going to have to show the real metal now, and look like there's a problem for Burns.
Yes, he went down in the tackle and immediately clutched his arm or shoulder. It's like the right arm is the problem, as Walmsley will take it forward again. Well, maybe they thought it was too easy after a quarter of an hour, St Helens. 18-0, could have been 24-0.
That's right. It was turned, a couple of tries turned down by the video referee. Roby won't give in.
Neither will Walsh. Gets the ball away to Greenwood. They've reached the 5th tackle. The last one's coming up, 20 metres away. Walsh will hoist it wide and to the left-hand side. Oh, and actually Gibson's dropped it.
It went
backwards.
Yeah, it did. Gibson very fortunate indeed. It wasn't the best attempt, but it just ricocheted behind him. He got a chance to get onto it. It was a beautiful kick. He was putting a lot of pressure by
Quinlan. Who would be breathing a sigh of relief there, will Ash Gibson.
3, move!
Now can Saints, can they force the error?
Well, they're looking for the error, the way they're swarming in here. That's 4 tackles gone. They've only made 12 metres ground up the other end of the field, Castleford. Lynch will take them forward a few more here. Another solid run from the big fella. But they've reached the 5th tackle, so expect the kick. Luke Gale wants it. Luke Gale gets it. It's outside the mark, and it's outside of the whitewash as well. A panic kick.
Well, it was put under pressure there. That was good stuff. You could see there, I think it was Burns that put him under pressure, and it resulted in a very, very poor kick in the end. Golden opportunity, Daryl Powell.
Well, you can attack in this game when you don't have the ball, and St Helens did that with the defence. They put every single Castleford player under pressure. They did to culminate the set. It's turnover possession. They know how to react and respond when they've conceded points. It's a perfect example of what they've just done here now. And Walmsley, well, he's held up well there. This is now where St Helens want to be.
Yes, it is where the Saints want to be, and you're right, Phil. They've brought about this field position by ferocious defence on Castleford. Now, what do they have to try and pierce the Castleford rear guard? What can Walsh come up with? He gets the pass away to Quinlan. And this time it's for Castleford defenders who hold Adam Quinlan up in goal. So back they'll go to the 10-metre line, and the tackle count will restart.
Over the years, Eddie, St Helens have had this habit of being able to come back into it. And the man that normally does get them back in is the hooker, James Roby. He certainly won't give in the cause, that is for sure.
And there he is, Roby. Fires the pass to Wilkin. He gives it then to Walsh. Walsh just chips it over, looking for Louis McCarthy Scarborough. That's play
Back
on.
to 6.
That's play on, and Percival! Yes, the tackle count is wiped clear by referee Ben Thaler, so 6 to go from here. He's offside.
Yeah. I don't think Usain Bolt could have got into that position. Yeah, you can see he's about 2 metres away from where he should have been. See you later, Roberts. I've seen him get away with it though, but not these days.
Don't need you coming screaming and shouting. You've got the decision. You scam it down. What, you screaming and shouting? How long have we got left? Stay here. You've not got another 2 years left, have you? I'm sorry, wait there, please.
He has a rapport with the players, doesn't he, Ben Thaler? He's ticking him off, but then it ends up all smiles.
And that's how a referee should be as well. And the players respect that.
Greg Richards driving for the line. You can see that whitewash temptingly ahead of him. Can't get the ball down. Plays it to Roby. Short ball. Walmsley. How is he held up?
He can't get it down either.
Yes, he is held up. Good decision by Ben Thaler. He was right there.
3 occasions, Eddie, in this game that Castleford threw everything into the tackle to prevent Saints from scoring a try. Junior Mills on that occasion.
Here they come once again with Quinlan this time. He's trying to back his way to the line. The white lights were on. Now it's Roby. Roby then to Walsh. Walsh to Wilkin. Wilkin then to Burns. Quick hands. Percival! And Percival has, now the Saints fans say he's got this down. What does the referee say?
He'll go upstairs.
They have a try on the field. It will be the second try for Mark Percival if this gets the green light. He wants them, Stuart, to look at obstruction possibilities and, of course, the grounding. Everyone behind the post in St Helens colours was celebrating.
And it doesn't look like there's too much problem with the grounding. Is there an obstruction there? Well, nobody's obstructed so far, and he's straight through to the line. Does he get the ball down, as the referee thinks? Again, we'll look at obstruction, but from what I can see, there's no obstruction there.
Is there not contact from Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook on Luke Gale?
Well, I think Luke Gale's got a lot of time to recover, even if there is contact there. I think he keeps well out of the way.
Well, I've seen them turned down before. McCarthy
Not many times this year,
Not many times this year. They've tidied that up. It's much better, easy to understand.
And now they're looking for the grounding. Does he get it down, this ball? No, not there.
No, that's short.
Oliver Holmes' hand.
And it's lifted up.
Oliver Holmes' hand, Steve, always under it again.
This will be no try.
Can you be certain that it doesn't touch any part of the line? That's what the video referees are going to have to try and see.
Well, it's short of the line there, quite clearly.
What happens after that? Because momentum's still taking it forward. Can you say that it's not on the line there? I think the ball's down at that point there. See it? Just touches the line.
Boy, it's close.
Well, we have to bear in mind as well, the referee sent it up as a try. So they have to have concrete proof to disallow it. I think that...
It's up in the air there, or at least it's up on the grounded players there. Then it comes down again.
Mayer has got his right arm, forearm underneath it.
That's enough for me there. I think that's a try.
Tries given to St Helens. Mark Percival's second try. It is a match of 2 try performances this. We've had 2 from Swift. 2 from Dawn, 2 from Roberts, now 2 from Percival.
Yeah, braces all over the joint. Well, surely he'd kick this over with his slippers on. But it's the pressure. They know it, the Castleford, that it could be all square yet again.
If you were with us on Saturday for the qualifying match, Halifax and Salford, we had a trial of hat-tricks there. Here tonight, we've got 4 twos on offer. And now, Walsh will add the extras. We're locked up again at 24 apiece. Castleford fans not happy that try was given.
I think you'll find that the video referee has got it absolutely spot on. There was perhaps the obstruction from McCarthy's Castleford. But the second attempt, what classified as a double movement. All square. Game on yet again.
Press the rewind button. It was 24-all in June when Ben Roberts came up with that famous drop goal to win the match for Castleford. It was a little bit later in the game though than
Sorry,
tonight.
Eddie. There's a couple more tries in this game. And if you're a Castleford player, you can say, look, we've come back from 18 points behind. Let's just keep focused. Let's keep on doing our job. Keep turning up for each other. Keep defending. And Saints, well, that's just Saints. Like they have been over the years in Super League. They can score tries out of nothing.
The run from McCarthy Scarsbrook gets the ball away, but he gives it away in the end. Unbelievable. Grant Millington was loitering with intent, and now he gets
That's going to be a penalty. Yeah.
Did he kick the 2?
Is it a card almost?
Well, I tell you what, it's close to it. Close to a yellow here.
Do you know, I'd take the points here. I'd take the 2 points.
You can see Roby is not in allowing to get up and play the ball, and well, it looks like they send the tee out. They're quite happy to get the 2 and take the lead yet again.
Well, then 24-all, why not?
Yeah, 26 minutes to go.
Because I think you need to get close to your opponent's line to get the best chance of scoring, Eddie, and you're going to need to score at least a try or 2 to win the match.
Well, they scored another converted try, of course that would make it 8-point lead, so then we'd be saying this decision's vindicated.
Yeah, and I'd rather take points if they're on offer, Eddie. Take the 2 points every day.
Well, we're assuming, of course, that Luke Gale kicks this goal.
But I think he's strong enough, and he knows it himself, that even if he misses, they'll get the ball back from the dropout.
Well, 4 from 4, 100% so far. This is 33 metres away.
Okay.
And he doesn't make a mistake, Luke Gale. Castleford go in front again, 26-24.
Eddie, and then points. I'll just lift the spirit to the fans, and that man Luke Gale just take control of the game, and that just puts more pressure on St Helens. I was asked one of the questions on Twitter before the game about where's the most hostile ground that you've been to, and playing here in the tight-knit stadium and the fans are on top of you, it's very intimidating. Eddie, it's really intimidating, so the pressure's on St.
That's a knock on.
Knock on by Roberts.
Yeah, he used his foot, but it came up onto his hand. That is a huge, huge mistake. This is a turning point.
And can I just say, this is the gamble, isn't it, all the time? If you go for 2 points, you've got to make sure you complete that next set of 6.
But he got the boot to it, did everything right apart from right at the end.
Mike, I think he did everything wrong. Why didn't he attempt to catch it on the full? He didn't have to travel a long way. He was close to where that kick was coming down. He's got the speed to get under it. He had to go and catch it on the full to give himself the best chance.
Yeah, I agree. And they're under pressure yet again.
They are, because that's the first drive in from Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook. Diving forward, says the referee, looking for a penalty now for St Helens, not coming. Wormsley plays the ball to Roby. Roby then to Burns. Here is Walsh. They go wide to Adam Quinlan. And Adam Quinlan dots down for St Helens. He comes up with vital tries at vital moments, but this hasn't been given yet. What's the on-field decision?
I'm going to try.
Ben's got to
To make
try,
sure there's no obstruction.
but he wants to check if there's any obstruction in the run across the face of the posts.
I think
Well, they just had the numbers out wide, didn't they?
It's just the collision as they go through there. The lead runner. Who is it? Well,
It's Joe Greenwood, isn't it?
it's Joe Greenwood.
This should be wiped off.
Enough contact there to constitute an obstruction, I think, this time. It certainly leaves the gap for him to run through. Ben Roberts that goes through. I don't think he goes to Joe Greenwood. I think Joe Greenwood continues his run.
Well, to me, Greenwood has gone for him, and that is a deliberate obstruction.
Well, he's in his way. There's enough there to disallow.
Yep, I'm with you, Stuart. Not often that is the case, but probably we're going to be both proved wrong. No tries up. Oh, no way! Cannot believe that. Well,
I was going to ask you for a
Changes his
moment.
angle. He runs back out. He's running in facially towards the goalpost and changes the angle of his run. Greenwood.
well,
He's
Ben,
the best American football blocking runner.
I cannot believe this. We can't believe this. That's a big error by Ben Roberts after they just take the lead with the penalty. But watch Greenwood. He puts Roberts on his backside. You can't tell me that this is not an obstruction. That is incredible.
Steve-O, there's two things to look at there. He doesn't get through the line, Joe Greenwood, and then he changes direction, steps off his right foot into Ben Roberts.
I cannot believe that try has been given.
Well, Darryl Powell and the Castleford fans will love the video referees this year. Remember the Huddersfield controversy earlier in the season? 2 tries they believe cost them. Will this, from Adam Quinlan tonight, will this cost them a place in the semi-final? Walsh will put the controversy to the back of his mind and will add the extras just to rub salt into the Tigers' wound. Well, he's a lucky man in everyone's opinion up here, Adam Quinlan.
Well, it's the start of the NFL season on Sky Sports this weekend, and that's the sort of play you might see from one of those. Taking out one of the defenders.
Okay, Tony.
Well, it's a shake of the head because he agrees there really that in probably the 40 years he's been watching the game, playing the game and following the sport, Darryl Powell thinks that's obstruction. Always has been, always will be. The video officials didn't agree.
Silly Springer. Silly play.
And I tell you, to go high on Alex Walmsley, you've got to make sure that you're swinging your arm up high. He's about 6'6", Alex Walmsley.
But look,
Gadwin's not much smaller, Terry, by the way.
No, agreed.
you've got to get to a point where you've got to use your brains in this game. You've just conceded a try. You're now 4 points adrift, and what do? You give him 30-40 metres downfield, yet again.
Line boys, line boys!
Luke Walsh has nearly put another one in the gantry then. Thank goodness that one didn't arrive. Stuart, look, I don't want to put you and I don't want to put the video referees under any pressure, but can you explain,
don't leave your hand
if you possibly can, how they have reached that decision?
Well, all I can say is they must have had some doubt. In my mind, there was no doubt because of the collision and because the gap that was created by that collision meant that the player could run through and score. I can only go back to saying that they didn't believe there was enough proof that there was an obstruction, which the current video referee policy has to have.
Alex Walmsley here has lost the ball backwards. I think they're going to score though with Makinson, are they? Or can Castleford keep him out? No,
it's scored.
Makinson makes it 3 tries in as many games. And the game has suddenly turned around now in St Helens' favour once again. He got a bang on the noggin in the process, did Tommy Makinson. That was painful. When he takes a sip of the water and looks at the scoreboard, you'll know he's just scored another 4-pointer. 3 in 3 games for Tommy Makinson.
Well, there's a silly penalty. And you just don't do that when you're trying to get back into the game. Spring out with a silly swinging arm. And Walmsley loses possession, but it does go backwards. Burns, two-handed pass over the top. Makinson surely has made life a little bit easier for the coach, Kieran Cunningham. They were very fortunate to get that try given to Quinlan, but there is little doubt about this one.
This is a great finish from Makinson.
He's a big man, Walmsley. There's only 3 more players in Super League that have made more offloads than him. His go forward's tremendous. They can't stop him. He gets his arm free, releases the ball, and Tommy Makinson scores the try. Just when you think you've got them, Eddie, all of a sudden they turn it on, they just up the tempo of the game and they come up with a couple of quick fire tries.
But Tez, you've got to look at the fact that sometimes fortune shines upon you, and it certainly did.
Well, Gadwin Springer is just looking to the heavens because he knows that that try from Makinson came at the back end of the penalty that he conceded.
Yep.
And suddenly the wind is in the Saints' sails and the air has just gone out of the Castleford balloon. Let's see what happens here with this Walsh conversion. He's kicked some crackers tonight, 5 from 5. Just inside the hour mark. Still plenty of time for Castleford to mount yet another comeback, and this time it's only of reasonable proportions. Well, he's kicking well, isn't he? Isn't he kicking well, Luke Walsh, all of a sudden?
Yeah.
10 points the gap now.
Yeah, and psychologically, that is a huge blow for the Tigers. Well, they fall back from 18-0 down to the home side, but late in the game, especially with the fact that St. Helens and their coach Kieran Cunningham will be very, very pleased to send out the message, say, this is now the kicking game. Kick and chase, keep Castleford, turn them around, we'll just hang on.
And talking of the kicking game, Luke Walsh hasn't missed a kick in the last 12 attempts. 6 last week at Leeds, 6 here tonight.
And also, Eddie, you can go back to that penalty that Cass took, can't you? I think that was the turning point. When they go for that 2 points, they make that mistake and they've been on the back foot ever since. I know, Phil, I know you wanted them to run it. No point saying I told you so now.
Roby, good run. Millington gets to him. Springer this time legally with the challenge.
Well, James Roby knows when to just throw the dummy and get those valuable meters forward. There's the big kick now from Wilkin.
Yes, and Dawn has to move forward to reach this and does so. Pouches it, and Wilkin following his own kick up. No, it wasn't Wilkin, it was Joe Greenwood following the kick, and he got the tackle in. Down to Bill.
Eddie, a real change in mood in the Saints dugout area just to my right. There was an element of frustration, a lot of shaking of heads at the end of the first half. In actual fact, the way the game had got away from them, they look a lot happier with life now, the way they've got a grip back on this game, courtesy of a big effort from their pack, it has to be said. And Castleford Tigers, you get the feeling that they and their crowd know this is a crucial phase of the game now. They've got their way back into it once, they've got to do it again now. They've sent Adam Milner in there to try and spark things up.
Yes, they need 11 points to wrestle the game away from St Helens in the last 15 minutes of this game. So it's not impossible.
No, they come back from 18-0 down, and they had to rely on the wonderful skills of Luke Dawn and Luke Gale. Oh, lucky to get away with that. Quinlan did go backwards.
It bounced off his chest and he knocked it back with his hands.
He's claiming to the official that a couple of those tackles were a little bit high.
Now this is where Castleford have to get themselves excited in defence. That's what they're trying to do here.
But not too excited to give away a silly penalty. No swinging arms, no hitting any player in the face above the shoulders. What an effort this guy's putting in.
Yes, yet again, Man of Steel candidate, according to his coach Kieran Cunningham, Alex Walmsley.
I agree with him.
Roby and Flanagan finds Wilkin and now Amor. Amor gets the ball away brilliantly to Flanagan again. Oh, and he gets it away to Burns. It was risky. It was too risky because it's a knock-on by Burns.
Well, with so many minutes remaining, they can afford to be able to try to force a play. Obviously, they wouldn't be trying to do that if there was only, say, 10 minutes left in the game. They wanted,
didn't they? When they were 18-0 up, they lost the ball. They got a little bit maybe over-ambitious. They did invite and eventually got the Castleford Tigers back into the match. They repeated a similar mistake. There might be some hearts lifted here now for Castleford as they see the giant leave the field. Alex Worms is limping off with the physio by his side. That obviously helps Castleford's chances here now without him charging at you.
And he was asked the question by the physio and he shook his head.
He's had a big game as well.
Is this run? Gadwin Springer maybe falling on the ankle.
It might be the knee as well, Eddie. Either way, it's going to be a big loss.
Keep this focus, his watch off.
So Walmsley leaves the field.
Tell us when, Joe.
Well, it was concerned Kieran Cunningham because he knows what a huge linchpin this fella is.
Now Roberts. Puts the pass off to McMeekan. And then eventually McMeekan goes down. Gadwin Springer.
Well, Dawn again,
Hold this 10,
and
Travis! Hold that!
Gale is going to be looking for him.
Here's Gale. Oh, Holmes has stepped inside Makinson. He had Solomona out on his left-hand side. He was quite tight to the touchline. Maybe that's why he thought better of it. Came inside. Shenton then to Gale. Now it's with Millington. Here is Roberts. And Roberts delays the pass, gives it to McMeekan. And McMeekan gets away from Walsh, but can't get away from the next two in.
Hold the line, lads. Hold it! Good, 4.
Milner. Lynch.
Play on, play on, play on!
On the half volley, it finds Gale.
Play on, play on!
And Gale then to Luke Dawn. Dawn inside a couple, keeping it alive. Oliver Holmes. Oliver Holmes bouncing on his feet, going through one. Oh, an important ankle tap by Mark Flanagan.
Was it ever? That could be the game saver.
Roberts. And Roberts puts the kick in high. It bounces down. It's a knock-on against St Helens, come what may. This is the free play. Junior Moores. Junior Moores goes down in the tackle. 0 tackle, says the referee. Will not put the scrum down. Will keep the play moving. And here is Gadwin Springer again. Good run. Cheston from McCarthy Scarsbrook. Adam Milner is waiting. They've loaded up the left-hand side. They're coming that way with Gale over the top. Danny Solomon.
Oh, he just got it down in time.
Hang on. He will have a look at this.
I think he got it down in time, but that was close.
He's got to
I'm giving a penalty for offside.
But Solomona,
I think he's
going
grounded,
through his
just make
brain,
sure the full
he knew he had to
ball.
get a vital couple of metres towards the sticks to make it easier for the conversion.
Stuart, he just said if it's a no try, it's a penalty for an incident further up the field, but he just wants to check this.
Yeah, offside, moving up, Saints were offside, so he's going to go back and give them the advantage. I think he also wants to check the touch. I don't think there's so much a problem with that. I think the touch had an issue with the touch line on the way through. So he may well go back and look at that. I think he's all right there. He's just got the ball down, so he must be happy with the touch line, perhaps.
Well, it was a big decision there, wasn't it?
Well, Danny Solomona has certainly got it down.
Yeah, no doubt about the TRY from that angle. And this will be the confirmation. It's game on again.
It is 17th try in only his 13th appearance for Danny Solomona in his first year with Castleford. Now, how priceless might those couple of extra metres he gambled on getting prove to be? Luke Walsh has been matching kick for kick with Luke Gale, so this is a big kick for Castleford's Luke. This to get them to within 4. He knows how important it is too. Big breath, big puff of the cheeks as well. The crowd's gone very quiet. But they'll come alive now, because Castleford are alive again.
Absolutely brilliant. Denny Solomona, those 17 tries you're on about. Just have a little look at when Tommy Makinson, he comes out the line, he gets it all wrong. He thinks that it's going to go to that man who's caused problems every time they've got near the line, Luke Dawn. It doesn't go to him, and Luke Gale is another one of those players. When he goes at the line, he stops the defenders from sliding. And just for the fans, there it is.
I think that's the smartest, most intelligent try we've seen all night. We've seen some great tries. The positioning of the players that they play the ball, and then where they ended up putting the pass and taking it. Brilliant play from Castleford. And look again here, they want to strike immediately from the kick return.
I'm with you, Phil. That is a planned move. That was no fluke.
All the Castleford fans' hearts were in their mouths then.
Yeah.
Because when I saw them flinging the ball across the posts, I took a sharp intake of breath.
Well, there's playing.
And I couldn't care less who wins. Oh, here we go.
Eddie is playing with confidence and being overconfident. I think that pass was on them to Adam Milner. Maybe not the pass before, though.
Roberts gets the ball away to McMeekan once more.
4.
Down he goes. They're over into the St Helens half. And Roberts to Gale. Gale to Holmes. He's a devil of a handful to put down, is Ollie Holmes.
The Tigers have got to keep their shape. They don't have to panic. They don't have to try to score on everyone. This has got to be a good kick.
It's high from Gale. It's turned the Quinlan around.
Play on.
took it well, and in the end there was 2 chances, and in the end it was Shenton who got to him to keep him on the ground. Percival, Castleford appealing the supporters for a forward pass.
Boy, that was a great take. Quinlan under a lot of pressure.
Oh, here goes John Wilkin, and it's Wilkin against the Castleford defence, waiting for support. He slips the pass brilliantly, and Adam Swift is going in for a hat-trick of tries. Adam Swift for St Helens. From one end of the field to the other, Wilkin laid it on a plate. It was a peach of a pass. Look what it means to the St Helens supporters. No emotion from the coach or Sean Long, but Adam Swift's come up with a hat-trick, and is that the coup de grace?
Wonderful captain's knock when it came to it. Just a little bit slow, weren't they? You could see that they'd left a huge gap. Kept his cool, the captain Wilkin and Swift. 1, 2, 3. At a time that they needed it. Huge gap. They were disappointed. The Castleford defence just a little bit lazy. It enabled the second row Wilkin to allow this man to get in for the hat-trick. And not only will he enjoy that, that really should seal the deal.
5th hat-trick for Adam Swift in his St Helens career. A hat-trick of tries on his debut at Langtree Park against Widnes in 2012. And he has picked up his 5th hat-trick here tonight, which just might see off the Castleford Tigers and push St Helens into the semi-finals. When you think they're rocking St Helens, that's when they strike back.
That's when they're most dangerous, Ed.
Walsh will add the extras. It's back to a 10-point advantage.
You know, Adam Swift scores the try, he also sets it up. Here's his hat-trick. He's been absolutely brilliant, setting up that field position. And when he gets the ball here and he gives the pass, it's him who supplies the pass to John Wilkin. Junior Moores, he faces in. He thinks that he's not going to pass the ball, he's going to go into contact. And there's what you can see it means to him and McManus. Absolute brilliant performance from Adam Swift.
I don't think Mike Rush was too disappointed either, just 1 seat away from him, the chief executive of St Helens. Big celebrations in the boardroom then, and big celebrations on the field if they hang on for this, and of course they're doing it tough at the minute because they're without Alex Walmsley. Bill.
Yes, I think the only thing that might take the gloss off this Saints win, if it is a win, still 10 minutes to go, the way this game has ebbed and flowed, you never know. But Alex Walmsley has picked up what looks like an ankle injury. Big second half from the big man. He's had a big season in actual fact, but he's just had a run up and down the sideline and turned to the medical team and said it doesn't look good. So they'll be hoping that it's nothing too serious and he's still going to figure for the remainder of this season.
Which might have a little way to go yet. Walmsley's kick to the in-goal area, and has this come up? Has this come up for Mark Flanagan?
I think it's a try.
Not to Mark Flanagan, it came off another set play before that, didn't it?
Well, they've got a try down there.
But Rich, can we just make sure there's no knock-on?
Well, it was a beautiful little kick towards the in-goal area by Tommy Makinson. He knew he had no way to go. The cover defence was creeping up on him.
Well, they want to look for a knock-on in the build-up to this try, and I think that we saw that in live play. It clearly goes backwards, so you know I don't think there'll be an issue with that. Comes there, it goes backwards, not touched by anybody.
So they're okay with that, I think.
It should just go through to the grounding, which is quite interesting down there. Not sure really what happens.
Well, Luke Dawn misses it.
Mark Percival's after it.
Well, I think that's a knock-on there, actually. I think he knocks the ball on in trying to ground the ball.
I think the air shot from Luke Dawn's put him off.
You can see that there's separation there, so he's got to get his hand back on the ball before it gets to the ground, and I think he does that simultaneously. So,
well, is it a try then, Stuart?
I would give no try on this one, Steve-O, because I think he knocks the ball on. He's got to get his hand back on the ball before it touches the ground.
Well, on that occasion, it looks as though he did.
Does from that angle. From the other angle, you can see separation. His hand comes back on the ball at the point when the ball hits the ground. Well, we come back to this this point about, can it be proved? On that angle, it looks like he gets his hand back on the ball.
Well, Luke Dawn will be furious. He misses the ball completely.
On this angle, I think his hand comes away and his finger gets on the ball as it hits the ground.
I agree with you, Stuart. I think that angle shows that he's knocked the ball forward.
It's a hat-trick for Percival if he gifts this. It's turned down. Castleford breathe again.
Boy, what a thriller this has been.
Flanagan got a good touch on it, but it was the knock-on, and that was a good kick at pace from Makinson.
Oh, it was great stuff, but Luke Dawn, what on earth he was thinking? Nearly took Makinson's head off.
That did enough to put him off.
Did it ever?
Well, all of a sudden, maybe the video referee does have a place at the Mendo's Jungle.
Now they've got to be
9 minutes.
Yeah, and this is where St. Helens, I'm sure that Kieran Cunningham will say, listen, we don't need any fancy stuff. We've got a 10-point lead.
Wigan Hull tomorrow, 7:30 Sky Sports 2. Talking about the video referee here, Hull KR Bradford in the qualifiers, Saturday Sky Sports 5 at 3, followed by Catalan Leeds, same place at 5. Talking about the video referee when it comes to the Castleford Tigers, or they come to the Castleford Tigers, they've been in use tonight 7 times. They work overtime here, and Castleford are working overtime looking for the breakthrough that gets them back into this match to set up what would be an enthralling finish to what has been a super match. This is Lynch, Gale, deep kick, Solomona to chase, and Tommy Makinson takes it over the dead ball line. Goal line dropout coming up.
Yeah, he couldn't do anything else. He's saying to his teammates, listen, I couldn't allow it to get in. I could feel the breath, the opposition there, and it was Solomona. He did the right thing. Safety first.
Good kick again from Gale. Good chase from Solomona.
Did a fine game, this fella. So as a fullback, Luke Dawn.
And the Tigers want the ball back in play here. The game seems to be stopping for a period of time. Lou McCarthy's guys were walking back in goal. I suppose now he's going to make a substitution, maybe on medical advice, but it's an issue. John Wilkins leaving the field.
Yes. The time is stopped, the clock is stopped, but I know what you say, they want to get the momentum going again.
Well, I hate to say it, but in Australia they're looking at changing this. Actually, they're going to bring in a stop clock, and if the game hasn't restarted, there'll be a penalty to the other side.
It'll be here then.
Yep, won't be long. If it comes from down under, it must be good. So they say.
Deep goal line dropout to Luke Dawn. Here now comes really Castleford's last hurrah with Millington.
Yeah, and you'll probably find that Lynch is going to take it up. What a fine game he's had tonight as well.
He's been brilliant, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Andy Lynch, 35 years of age. 194th appearance for the Tigers. Luke Dawn, where did that come from? The ball bounced on it, been touched by Saints. 6 to go. Solomona dropped on it. Here's Shenton.
Luke Dawn took a huge gamble and it hit and ricocheted off. Can they get the numbers?
Junior Moores gets away from Luke Walsh's would-be tackle. Can't get away from these 3 though. Lynch. Milner, back it comes to Gale. Gale then to Oliver Holmes.
Good work by Burns. Oh, he's got it away. And he's got it back. That's play on.
It went backwards, it came back to him. Lucky to get away with that. Gale, quick hands, Dawn! Luke Dawn!
Oh, so close.
Just short of the line.
Desperation by Tommy Makinson.
Just short of the line. McShane, there's a knock on. Roby, 6 to go again.
He wants to know who's the first knock on. This will be interesting.
First knock on by Andy Lynch, Head and Feet Saints.
They can't believe it. The home fans so disappointed. Just a little bit too high, and you can see that as soon as they did, James Roby, it was always going to be a knock on. Saints feed.
He puts his hand up all the time. He's been absolutely immense, Andy Lynch. I'm not sure, has he been substituted in this game? We're talking about a 35-year-old prop forward playing in the modern game that's played 73 minutes in the engine room.
Not sure that he has. I've hardly
don't
noticed
think he
him
has,
not
Eddie.
being
I don't
off
think
the
he has.
field.
Surrender! Stand up,
Paul
man!
McShane and
Ready,
Adam
let's
Milner
go,
have been
Wiley!
off and on.
Go!
But they're both back out there now.
Well, it should be no fuss.
Move!
Rugby league now
Play
from
on, play
Saints.
on! Go!
The 10-point
don't go
gap
early,
is
pal.
pretty difficult for Castleford
Straight.
without
Move,
possession.
man! Don't you
And with
too
only
early.
6 minutes
Wait
remaining.
Here, wait here! Go, well done.
Roby gives it to Amor.
And he's got through a lot of work. It's been one of those nights,
Ready,
hasn't
lads. Oh, don't go early,
it? Yeah, night
Andy!
for the forwards.
Jordan Turner tries to go inside Adam Milner.
Five
This should
away,
be the kick into the corner. Make sure it gets over the whitewash.
Don't go early! Don't!
Roby. Walsh.
Okay.
Hoisted high. Luke Dawn's after this.
Down.
Claims it. And Saints claim him.
Ready.
Did well to just keep off him whilst he was in the air. Good work by Josh Jones. Got to be careful, Saints. They can't afford to give away a penalty.
Well, they can't, but the sands of time are running out for Castleford.
Well, it looks like they're going to go for the big spectacular shift where they throw it wide. Dennis Solomona scored an amazing try towards the end of last week. McShane goes down the middle, and here they look to spring it, but they've got a line of players wanting possession right now.
Well, that's got to be a penalty.
And it is.
That was silly play by Travis Burns. You know, it's things like that that the coaches get grey hair.
Ooh, he's gone
All right.
for a deep kick here.
Or actually lose them, and he's got it.
What a kick into the 10-metre zone. Now then, they've got to score here, Castleford, on this set, as Moores takes it in.
One.
What's more, they've got to score close to the post, take the kick quickly, and then hope from the kick-off. McShane, Lynch, back it comes to Gale. He fires the pass to Oliver Holmes. Back it comes to Luke Dawn. This time, Saints read the script.
Good play by Flanagan. Kept his cool. Knew that the inside pass was on.
Shenton to Gale. Gale gets the ball away to Milner.
Three. Movement!
Will McShane go on his own? It's only on the third.
No, he'll give it to Lynch. Oh, and Lynch is just held up short of the line.
Four. Wait here, boys. Wait!
McShane again is waiting. Grounded players in front of him. Fires the pass to Luke Gale. Gale then to Roberts. He gets away from Walsh. He gets away from Jones. Second time. Pushes off Greenwood. Greenwood comes back for a second effort.
Will Gale put the little dribble in?
It's another penalty.
Oh, they've got to take a quick tap. Get on with it.
And he says, go on, off you go. And here is Millington. Millington then to Lynch. Back from him to Gale. And Gale went for a gap. It was quickly closed. Milner. Holmes. Dawn.
That's great defence. They kept that straight line. No one came out of the angle.
Line, boys. Line!
Gale again. Andy Lynch through two. Taking him on again, almost through Percival.
Movement!
Laying siege to the St Helens line of the Castleford Tigers here. McShane. Luke Gale. Now Roberts. Roberts goes wide. Ash Gibson. Can he make a name for himself? Not this time.
Move!
Dawn screaming for it. He'll come second phase.
McMeekan waits.
Gale's looking for him.
There's Roberts. Roberts. Ball's free. McMeekan. And McMeekan is short again. Last tackle coming up here for Castleford. McShane fires the pass to Roberts. Roberts drops the kick in. Ricochets out.
He's got it back.
6 to go.
Oh, the ricochet. The luck is gone. The rub of the green for Cass.
It's with Gale. Gale slips the pass. Luke Dawn. That was an important tackle, but he's got it away to McShane. Luke Gale. Luke Gale's rolling towards the line. McShane.
Back to 6.
Penalty. Offside on their own line, St Helens. The pressure's enormous.
Yeah,
the
quick
time
tap.
is the problem. Millington then to Junior Moores. Moores will go in. Moores will get the try. Castleford need to take this kick quickly.
Get on with it. Do the drum kick.
The kicking tee's already out there. Junior Moore's try. Luke Gale. 1.5 minutes now remaining.
What a gutsy performance from this Cast side. The never say die attitude. Everything at times seemed to be going against them, but my, don't they turn up for each other. Can he knock this over?
Yes, he can. But we have just over a minute remaining. It might, I'm afraid to say, be too little too late.
Well, they're going to have a go, aren't they? They're going to have 6 players. They shifted it wide. Santel's defence to stop a try was pretty impressive, you know, at this point in the play. Pushes away Luke Walsh. The clock stopped now here as this try is shifted here now. Grant Millington, every Tigers player here, keeping alive, giving themselves a chance here of keeping the season still intact here now, but they need to score here. They've got just less than 60 seconds. And boy, it makes that contentious try, which we all think was an obstruction by St Helens, even more debatable now at this point.
Absolutely it does. 52 seconds. There is time, but they'll have to do it from close on 100 metres out. And they're going to throw caution to the wind. There's no point dying and wondering. Shenton goes down. The clock is as much a part of this now as whatever happens out there on the field with Milner.
They've got to chip over the top. They've got to. There's no fullback. I can't believe it.
Roberts. Oops.
Quinlan hasn't dropped back, and
That's it.
it's all over.
That's it. Darryl Powell knows the season's over. Well, it isn't. They've got 2 games to go, but they're not going to be in the semi-finals.
No, they're not going to make the semis, but Eddie, if you score 38 points at home and you lose a game, that shows your defence hasn't been good enough. Take away that video ref decision. They need to defend better in the last 3 games, but fabulous year, led by those 2 men, Darryl Powell and Danny Orr. Brilliant.
Yes, a tremendous effort all year from Darryl Powell and his Tigers. Despair for the youngsters, despair for the older supporters as well, but St Helens are there. They are in the semi-finals. Ben Thaler's getting all the boos and his touch judges as they leave the field. Not their fault.
No, you're right.
They handed it upstairs to the video refs.
And I still cannot believe that try was given.
I wonder what he will keep his cool because he's a canny Yorkshireman, is
He'll
Darryl.
be diplomatic. He has to be. But inside, he will be furious. Not only in obstruction, it was actually, they pushed Roberts onto the ground, onto his backside. If that is not obstruction, I don't know what is. This will go on for days and days.
Well, there's no point in debating it any further because the result is in the papers in the morning and on the websites tonight, and it will also tell you that Adam Swift is the man of the match for St Helens. He's with Bill, and of course this is in association with Prostate Cancer UK, this award.
Adam, congratulations on a man of the match performance. What a bizarre game. You couldn't shake him off.
Well, yeah, it's always going to be a nice scoring game against Cash. You know, they could throw the ball around quite a bit, so pretty similar to us. But you know, we got in front early doors, and our attention to detail in the last quarter of the first half just differed and let Cash back into the game and made the game out.
Did you switch off to a certain extent?
Yeah, we did. It's one of them. We've put 18 points on early doors, and it's trying to keep in that grind mentality. And you know, if you let a team like Cash just slip and get a whiff of it, you know, they're straight back into the game in which it was.
Well, well done on the hat trick. Well done on the man of the match performance. Kieran Cunningham, I would imagine a relieved coach. I mean, but what a way to guarantee a top 4 place. I mean, that was you made life hard for yourself at times.
Yeah, we did. I mean, we came out with super intent. You know, I thought we started the game brilliantly and we stuck to the game plan really well. And you know, I think the John Wilkin no try down that end of the field was a massive swing for us. And then Mark Percival no try, which you've got blokes putting balls down with little fingers and no ball control, and he puts the ball down. It's a try. You know, I just don't understand the decisions, and the game should have been in the bed early on. And all credit to Cass, they came out fighting, and they were fighting for their lives today. You know, if they lose against us, then that's I'm out there for. And you know, they put it to us, and they threw the ball around, and they scored plenty of points. But I'm happy with the resilience of my players. I'm really happy. You know, a few weeks ago we'd have laid down in that second half there when they came back and got in front, and we just kept finding a way. And then that back end of the game, we defended our line resiliently. We just kept finding a way.
Kieran, thanks very much indeed. Well done tonight. Darryl Powell, opposite number. can join us as well. And you went down all guns blazing. At least you can say that.
Oh yeah, we had a real go. Obviously, lots of points in the game. I just thought we just conceded too easily. Really, I think that was the story of the game. Both teams conceded a lot of points, but yeah, we just we worked so hard for our points, and then just thought we let some soft things in there. But yeah, we worked hard all year. Boys, credit to the club, and they worked hard at the end there. It just wasn't to be.
But when you think, I mean, you won't be satisfied with 5th, but when you think about how you had to reconstruct this side at the start of the season, and how people were saying you were going to struggle, it's going to look as a pretty good outcome, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I suppose you always want a little bit more, don't you? We stabilised mid-season after a poor start, and the boys have worked really hard, and we gave ourselves a chance. But we've lost our last 3 games, and we've scored 26, and 38 points in those games, so they should be winning scores. So it's easy to see where we need to be a little bit better. But yeah, we haven't cemented 5th yet. We've got a couple of tough games to go, and we need to make sure we hold our nerve and get a little bit tougher defensively for those last 2 games. But boys are a credit, outstanding group of boys.
They've been great entertainers. Thanks, Daryl.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, they were the entertainers of 2014, and they've picked up the mantle again in 2015. They're saying farewell for the season to their supporters on home soil. Still, of course, 2 matches to go for Castleford and for St Helens. St Helens now, of course, have joined Leeds, Wigan and Huddersfield as definite members of the semi-final club in 2015. Okay, we're away for a break because coming up after the break we have got all the analysis of this match here, plus John Wells will be with this man.
London dreamer, making hazy, crazy schemes. I'm the London dreamer, trying to create new scenes. I'm the London dreamer,